Here's my sea strainer. I've already washed it with hot water and soap and removed as much of the junk as I could. And now I'm going to dismantle it, pull it apart, and brush it with a brass brush and soak it in lemon juice or white vinegar to brighten it up. Once you get it broken down, there's a cork gasket underneath the clear cylinder. Some of the old ones are glass, this one's plastic. So you'll just disassemble this, clean everything, dig that cork gasket out of the top and the bottom, and reassemble once you clean everything up. That'll make a nice seal. Somebody put a bunch of thread tape on here. I don't think that's actually necessary since it's pipe thread. It should actually, shouldn't leak. Shouldn't have to do that, but I'll pull it all apart, clean it up, and put it back together, and see what it looks like. Here's the part number for the cork gaskets. The smallest one goes up in the lid under here, and then the two others will go there at the base and at the top to create a tight seal in between the glass cylinder. I got mine at West Marine, so it's a reliable place to get them. They have them for the bigger ones too. The cork gaskets over time will become one with the brass, so we're digging out the old gasket, and I'll clean it up with the wheel after that. I'm just kind of cleaning all the brass pieces right now with my little drill at a low speed and trying to keep it as clean as we can. I got everything cleaned up, time to reassemble. You'll just slide the cork gasket down, and then the plastic tube will seat it nice for you. Then you take the other one. Same story. Clean that out as much as you can. Make it a nice surface for it to seal against. Those holes there are uniform, same on both sides, so you can mount it the same way either way. The only thing is this drain, so just think about where you're putting it in the boat, and give yourself access to that drain. If you live in the northern climates here in the States, you'll have to winterize. So for me, the better access point will be right there. Then you'll take these. These go on the same side as your hole there, so we'll line all that up. This part can be a little tricky. So for me, the gasket wants to stay put in the bottom more than this top, so I flipped it around. One word of caution with these studs, I've had bad luck in the past with them snapping, and if you snap them, they can be very expensive. I think they're like $40 for a set of 4. What I ended up doing was finding the thread pitch and diameter, and I went to the local bolt supplier, and they didn't have the brass, but they did have threaded stainless rod. So I ended up putting a little bit of anti-seize on it and putting in stainless replacements. So just a word of caution on removing those studs. I don't know if I'd do it again. All right, that's it. So, you just wiggle the tube, the glass tube, a little bit to make sure this is all seated. Make sure your gaskets are in place, which they are. And then sometimes you'll have to pull these and manipulate them into the holes. It'd fight you a little bit, but you get them lined up. You squeeze it together nice and slowly, and just kind of move the cylinder around and make sure everything's good. You button it back up. All right, it's mostly back together. This is how it's gonna sit against the stringer for me. It's gonna come in this way, out this way. For me, the accessibility for the strainer itself, the basket will be better to load this way. So this will flop over against the stringer like that, and I'll be able to pull the basket out and clean that. A lot of these parts are still available. They've made the same thing for a really long time. So if you break the basket, this is available. I think they even sell this plastic piece at the bottom. All you would do is just bend those tabs out of the way and put a new one on. So it's completely rebuildable. When you put your basket back in, you want to make sure that it looks like this. You don't want it to look like this. Some people have experienced water flow problems, I guess, in the past. But the general rule of thumb is everyone always says to keep it like that. So in line with the studs. New gaskets in place. So for me anyway, all these are 7/16. Don't cinch them down too hard. They will swell once you get water running through them. And you're going to want to keep an eye on this for the season. After you rebuild them, the cork gaskets will swell and seat in and everything. So just nice and snug. Don't go crazy, just nice and snug, and keep an eye on it. All right, just that simple. Congratulations, guys, you've rebuilt a strainer. That does it for me.